The ongoing preseason test in Barcelona can be deceptive in terms of lap times. Mercedes have a history of not showing their true pace during such tests. It seems to be more of the same this year, but their driver George Russell has now suggested that this time there might be more truth in the lap times while addressing multiple media outlets in Barcelona. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, George Russell suggests Mercedes definitely behind two teams. Russell began by suggesting that Ferrari and McLaren look competitive. We're seeing some interesting things out there. That's what testing is for. Some teams are looking pretty fast. A red team and an orange team in particular look very, very competitive. He then gave his thoughts on where Mercedes stand. Certainly not ahead, pretty sure of that. They seem to have things well under control, and they are on top of everything, and they look very strong, low fuel and high fuel, and with the tyre management. Who knows? He summed up his words by explaining how Mercedes are behind these two teams. We all know we're on different programs, but we definitely know from the average of all the different runs we're behind them at the moment. Fast feed. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz explained that with his car, just by adding fuel or taking out fuel, he can go 3 or 4 seconds faster or slower. Where do I stand in that window, and where all the others stand, it's impossible to predict. Ferrari fans can be happy that the team has done a reliable car so far. McLaren's Daniel Ricciardo stated that the more years you do, the less excited you are to test and the more excited you are to go racing. It's definitely the most excited I have been in a while to go winter testing. I think reliability was great. That's on the team and everyone who's worked hard to put this car together. Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Chauvelin has revealed that they had a difficult morning with Lewis Hamilton, experiencing a data logging issue on day 2 of testing. We were struggling a bit more with the balance. We managed to get a few runs completed and then, unfortunately, had a sensor issue that prevented us doing further performance work. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto thinks that all of the teams are very close, which was one of the objectives of the new regulations. I think it is impressive to see that we are all so close from the start and we are all looking very different. There are so many different designs and shapes, which is great for F1. When you look at the lap times, there will obviously be differences, but the differences are not as huge as the differences in design. Aston Martin's Sebastian Vettel pointed out that it's horrible to see what is happening. Obviously, if you look at the calendar, we have a race scheduled in Russia. For myself, my own opinion is I should not go. I will not go. I think it's wrong to race in the country. A few of the other drivers, including Max Verstappen, are against racing in Russia. Formula One is closely watching the very fluid developments, like many others, and at this time has no further comment on the race schedule for September. Should the Russian Grand Prix be cancelled? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.